Alright, this is number 4 on the major quiz number 1, practice. So it's asking about the acceleration and a position graph. So really, if we're talking about this, you'd be taking the slope of the slope. That sounds a little weird, that's fine. But one way to look at that, for example, at time equals 2, let me move this down a little to make it easier for me. What's happening is, if you can see, here's 2. So before 2, we can tell, oh wow, this slope is super positive. After 2, our slope is essentially 0. So if we go from positive to 0, that means we had to have a negative change. So that would be negative. The easy way I like to talk about this is make yourself a smiley face. So this is at 2. Put some eyes at 2. Kind of say, oh, doesn't look very happy. That's negative. This is true. Next, we go to the next point, which is 5. Alright, give me some eyes here. Not looking too happy there. That is also negative. If you have an unhappy face, that equals a negative acceleration. If you have a happy face, on your position graph, this is just for position, you have a positive acceleration. Then you can go look at 4. So 4 is a little tricky, but you can kind of see, it's kind of a little happy, not super happy, but that is enough, so it is positive. And then 6, hopefully you can see this is a pretty happy graph right here. This is also positive. So there is no answer, these are all true. Your justify would essentially could actually be your explanation about the smiley faces. I'll accept that if you want to explain why the slope is positive and negative these times. Otherwise, if you draw all these smiley faces on your paper and say, okay, well, here it's positive because it's happy, here it's negative because it's unhappy, and then say, well, one of these, if one of them were wrong, for example, what if I said at 6 that this was negative? You'd be like, no, totally not true. He's super happy right here. That would work as justification. Hopefully this helps. And join me for the other videos.